Proverbs 11. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. To be a liar and a cheat is abomination to the Lord. He loves those who are honest and fair. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of the transgressor shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. That means when the last days, you can be as rich as you want, but you won't be making it into the kingdom. But the righteous delivereth from death. They may die the death of the flesh, but they won't die the death of the spirit. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. When the wicked man dieth, his expectations shall perish, and the hope of the unjust men perisheth. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. An hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting. By the blessings of the upright the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. Where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitudes of counselors there is safety. Where no counsel is, that means where there isn't someone wise leading or giving some advice. To do things without advice, you usually fail. You will fail. The people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. The more counsel you have, the more perspectives you can use to discern the best decision. He that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it, and he that hateth suretiship is sure. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he that is surety of a stranger shall smart for it is saying, I'm going to say, okay, Donnie Brasco is a good example if you saw that movie. It's like one guy trusted a guy that he didn't know because he used his wicked discernment to determine whether the guy was trustworthy. And in the end, he ended up losing his life because the guy was actually an undercover cop. So you can't cover for somebody if you don't actually know them, you know. And those who think they can usually smart for it. Smart for it is an interesting way to put it, but it means you usually pay. He that hateth suretiship is sure. So those who are more careful about who they trust or who they put their word on is in a safer position and is usually more sure. A gracious woman retaineth honor, and strong men retaineth riches. The merciful man doth good in his own soul, but he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. A merciful man doeth good to his own soul. Being merciful is blessing yourself, really, because God will bless you for blessing others, and being merciful, he'll have mercy on you. But he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. If you're cruel, cruelty will come right back to you. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. That's pretty straightforward. Righteousness leads to life and good. So he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death, means pursuing evil leads to death and bad, and leads you down a road of wickedness and destruction. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. The Lord loves the righteous and the upright, and the wicked are an abomination to him, said earlier. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. Okay. A jewel of gold in a swine's snout, a swine being a pig. To put a fine piece of jewelry in a pig's nose is pretty foolish and worthless. The same is if you have a very attractive woman who is not very smart or very intelligent. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. You do well, you do right, you get good, you do good. The expectations of the wicked is wrath. Well, if you're doing wicked things, you should expect wicked back. There is that scattereth, and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but tendeth to poverty. That's saying one who gives and shares his increase will continue to increase. And the one who is stingy and selfish will end up in poverty, even if it's just by spiritual poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. That's another way of saying the one who gives will receive, and the one who does not will not. He that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him, but blessings shall be upon the head of him that selleth it. If the people are in need and you sell and you help and you give, you will be blessed by them. But the one who is selfish and refuses to share will be cursed. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him. A visual example of that is Wile E. Coyote trying to destroy the Roadrunner. No matter what he tries to do, it fails. And if he sets a trap, it usually backfires. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. End of chapter 11. Be ye blessed.